much, Mark.
Excellent.
I'm doing well.
Good. Well, here we are at our first ever video for the community.
Campaigning.
Campaigning. Yes, we're campaigning. Feels so weird, right? Campaigning for our community.
VIctoria HOA Board.
VIctoria HOA Board. Mark and Jen. You'll see the signs. Guys, thanks for just taking a couple minutes of your time to kind of watch this video. Jen and I just wanted to get together. Hope you all are having a great start of your weekend. And we just kind of wanted to share with you a little bit as to what it is that we're wanting to do and trying to do by running for the HOA board. And we would very much appreciate your vote. So, there's all sorts of different things that we want in our community, but there's one thing in particular that Jen and I absolutely agree on 100%, and that is full transparency. We just want to have full disclosure, full understanding, and full and clear communication as to what is happening to our community on both the Taylor Morrison side and the Meritage side. And we're committed very much to having that happen. This community, right, Jen, is not run just by the 5 individuals on the board.
They represent everyone that lives here in the 345 homes.
Yeah, and we want everybody to be able to know what is going on because it affects your equity and mine and all that is happening within our community. So one of my big kind of things, Jen, that I want to do is, if I were to be elected, is to bring technology into the meetings. I want to be able to either live stream, record, do something so that people can see or have access to the meetings and to what is actually going on. What are the discussion points? What is actually happening there? Not everybody has fluid schedules where they can always get off on a Wednesday night.
We're busy with kids, with life,
busy with kids,
sports,
church, whatever it is, and we want to be able to have that information accessible so people can see what's going on, and then value input. There's people have great ideas in this community. Let's utilize people who are here to see, what they think and what their thoughts are as well. So.
I know things are working well, things you might want to see changed.
Yeah, exactly.
And go about the changes in the proper way, set up by the CCNRs.
It's kind of a big
that
one.
we all signed
kind of
when we came here.
It's kind of a big one, right? When we signed up to move into the community, right? We all read the CCNRs and agreed to certain things. And it's not for any 1 or 2 people to arbitrarily change what it is that they want for their particular lot.
Yes.
It should be what is decided by and for the community as a whole,
yes,
to help us hold on to our money,
yes,
and our equity.
The board needs to do things in a way that's fair to everybody, not just what benefits a few people in their home or what area of the property that they live.
Yeah, I'm with you. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be running for board seat, and I know you've been involved with the board since like the beginning of the community. I've lived here since the beginning, but I haven't been involved. But you've been involved since the beginning.
We're the original home builders here, and moved in 2016.
Yep.
And I've been on the landscape committee since the builder board finished, and I've been very passionate about landscape. That is my key passion.
You're even telling me some of the things you're going out to the monuments and hand fertilizing the trees and doing the research all in your own time to try to, ensure that we have beautiful monuments.
With the different landscape companies that we had, I try to work with them to get plants that would stay alive in the monument area and other parts of the property, stay alive with the water, the heat, the gophers, things that will thrive and look well.
And what's cool is you kind of have a little head start on most of us here being native.
I'm a native, yes. I was born here.
Right.
Lived in Mesa, went to Dobson High School.
So you kind of have a little bit of an idea of what some of those, plants are that are gonna not just
hopefully
kick right away. So yeah. Well, I tell you, one of the things that I'm excited to figure out a way to be able to understand and have answers to is I want to see green grass back in the parks.
Yes.
and have that winter grass. I know that the pricing during COVID has gone up, and there's been expenses, and water is expensive, and all of it. But there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way that we can be able to get our parks back green again. I mean, they were when we first moved here, but man, I would love to see. And if it can't, would love to at least be able to have an understanding. And again, comes back to that transparency discussion as to really understanding why we can't. But if we can, let's figure out a way.
Yes. We bring in almost $500,000
Isn't that amazing?
with the monthly dues for the
345
345
homes.
We have a lot of green areas that cost a lot of money with the watering and with the maintenance. But yes, it looked a certain way when we got moved in here, and we'd like to see it.
So, having been a realtor, I've been a part of more transactions, Jen, in the community than any other realtor on the buy and the sell side.
Yes.
It gives me kind of a unique perspective as to what's happening with our property values.
Yes.
I'd like to keep our property values as high as possible. The one investment that people make in their life is their homes, and that's the thing that's the highest thing, where they cash in and oftentimes use it as retirement. So anything that deteriorates or takes away from potential reduction in that is a concern. And there's some concerns that I'm concerned about seeing, and want to see what we can do to try to
want to
get some things back.
maximize the whole value here.
Yeah, we do.
And also really enjoy where we live.
We do.
It's a great community.
Yeah, it really is. I call it the Norman Rockwell bubble with my wife. I've shared that with you. I call it the Norman Rockwell bubble with, and it just feels like that. I want to be able to walk down my neighbors down the street and say hi, and people know my name,
And
know their name.
people are out walking their dogs. Moms
amazing.
at the park with their kids.
Yeah.
Want to be out and about and be seen and heard and have conversations and get feedback.
100%. Well, look, I'm excited to be running with you. I know that we don't agree on everything.
Nope.
But I'm looking forward to working together and seeing what it is that we can do that is really in the best interest of our community.
Yes, I would like to see some changes coming forward. I'd like to get more feedback from the community, both sides, Taylor Morrison and the Meritage side, just to make it an enjoyable place again for everybody.
And guys, if you have any questions, please go to VictoriaQC.com, fill out the suggestion box or the contact us box, put it on, fill out the form. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. Would love to hear any feedback that you have. Ballots. We're hearing that a lot of people have not received a ballot. If you haven't received a ballot, we want to just encourage you to send an email to dbrackmeyer at associatedasset.com. That's D as in David, B as in boy, RACKEMEYER at associatedasset.com. And just request saying that you haven't received a ballot, and they'll send you one via email for your electronic voting. Also, there is supposed to be some postcards going out as well.
Supposed to be the postcards going out as well.
So we look forward. We would ask for your support. We'd ask for your vote so that we can, take care and represent you as best we possibly can.
Yes.
So thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for the next time we get to do this.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Have a great weekend, all. Bye.